Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're out at the property behind me here. This was one that we purchased a few weeks back. Our initial plan was actually to try to sell this thing off for a quick profit. We put it out there for offers and weren't able to actually stir anything up that made financial sense for us. So at this point, we're stuck with it. We got to figure out what we want to do from this point forward. Are we going to continue to solicit for offers and hopefully find something good? Maybe we end up breaking even, maybe we take a small loss, or can we take this property and rehab our way out of it? And what I mean by that is, can we do the renovations? Can we put in the money, make some strategic decisions around fixing up this property and make a path to profits? So we're gonna walk through the property today, see what we think, and hopefully be able to make some money on this thing. Let's go check it out. So this is my first time to the property. Before we go inside, one thing I noticed when I pulled up is this roof. I don't know what kind of roof it is. I don't know if you can tell through the camera, but the style of shingle almost looks like it's aluminum or something. I don't know. I haven't seen many of that, many roofs that look like that before. I kind of want to throw a rock up there and see what it sounds like. The roof definitely needs to be replaced, but I'm just trying to investigate on what type of shingle that is. I found this little rock over here next to the side of the house. I'm gonna throw this up on the roof and see if it just sounds like a standard 3-tab shingle, or if it is indeed like some sort of aluminum style shingle. Either way, the roof's gotta come off, but I'm just curious. I don't know if you can hear that, but it was definitely like an aluminum sounding shingle versus like a standard like 3-tab composite. I don't know, that's interesting. What I'm seeing on the exterior so far, roof, it's old, it's gotta go. Siding, I'm hoping we can salvage this. This is a cedar shake style siding. It's not the most appealing siding. Hopefully we can salvage it, but doesn't seem to be in the worst shape. Windows, I can see, are all single pane wood original windows. These windows are probably 100 years old, so we're definitely gonna need to be putting all new windows in the property. All right, let's head on in this sucker, huh? Okay, let me spin you around, see what I'm looking at here. She's old, hasn't been lived in a while. I don't know if you can see all the cobwebs up here, but my goodness, it's crazy. So this house was built in 1938, so we're approaching 100 years old on this thing. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath, roughly 2,500 square feet. I believe that encompasses like 3 floors. So right now we're walking in on the main floor. I believe there's also an attic, which I can kind of see the stairwell through here. And then we also have a basement here. So we're gonna check out all 3 floors, but 2,500 square feet, it's a pretty good sized house. So it should yield a decent sell price. So one thing I'm noticing when I first start cruising in here is I did see a few interior pictures originally. It's nastier than the photos made it out to be. We're cruising into the kitchen right now. Let's take a look at this. Yuck. The kitchen's gnarly. I mean, of course we've seen worse, but there's zero chance at salvaging any of this. It is rode hard and put away wet, as they would say, and it's gonna need to be a full kitchen go. So this layout is a little funky. It's all a bit closed off here. I mean, we have again, we're standing here off the front entry, right? So the front door comes in there. We have our living room right here, which then swings over into a small dining room right here, and then the kitchen behind that wall. It basically does a loop back around to the kitchen. I'm gonna kind of cruise in here, see what we got on this first floor. What looks like 2 bedrooms on this first floor. Small bedroom here. This bedroom's probably only 7 to 8 feet across, probably 7 feet by about 10, so awkwardly small bedroom on the main here. Again, I'm not crazy about that. And then going into bedroom number 2 on the main, we got something going on up there. That's a giant hole in the drywall. Got ourselves maybe a little bit of something there. It's a word I'm not gonna say. So this is bedroom number 2. Clearly, we have ourselves what was or still is an active roof leak. So we're gonna need to give that some attention there. Full new roof, like we already had mentioned, but my goodness. Throughout this whole house, guys, you might not be able to tell like how many cobwebs are in here. I don't know, it's pretty wild. It is, the entire ceiling is just covered in them, which leads me to believe this has been sitting vacant for quite some time. Again, above the door here, you can see where the water was coming in through the roof. So there's some significant roof repairs we're gonna need to address to make sure that this thing is watertight when we're done. So again, cruising back in through here, looking at the one bathroom, looks like this is the one and only bathroom on the main here. It's tight, it's gonna need a full redo. Nothing really crazy to note in here other than it's gonna need to be fully redone. Unfortunately, I don't think we have an actual master bedroom in this house that could hurt the resale slightly. And then off of that hallway, we come into kind of another little secondary dining room here with a sliding glass door that goes out to the backyard. Big lot, by the way. It's around 6,000 square feet, which is nice for this area. It's a little oversized for this area, so we do have that going for us. Having a nice big backyard in the city is always a good thing. And here are the stairs into the basement right off the kitchen here. Before we go into that spooky, probably smelly basement, let's take a look in the attic here. If you didn't know there was an attic, you'd almost pass by here and never even know there was a staircase here, or at least that's what I'm assuming is behind this door, is a staircase. So coming up into the attic here, this technically, since it has that door down at the bottom of the staircase, is a legal bedroom. Even something like this can be considered a closet, and we do have windows up here, so it is a legal bedroom, which is great. Now, functionally, is it awkward? Yes. We have this giant pillar in the middle, which I would guess is the chimney. So if we do decide to decommission that fireplace downstairs, one thing we could do is remove this chimney, which would be obviously very nice for this space up here and make it kind of a big, either a bonus room or an actual usable bedroom without some giant pillar down the middle of it. So that's something that we're definitely gonna have to consider, because I think that would be a big bonus. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Should I get rid of the fireplace? I love a good fireplace, but at the same time, if we can get rid of this smokestack here, I feel like that could be a very good thing for this room, obviously. Let me know what you think in the comments about that. So there's a couple other little doorways off of this room. I don't know what is going on here. Oh, whoa, holy cow, that's kind of crazy. I mean, it's not tall enough to stand up in. You're probably 5 feet to that ridgeline there. If this was like a kid's bedroom or something, some cool little nook out here. And you could even potentially pop in a window at the end there, because that is towards the front of the house, basically at the street. That could be something cool, or additional closet space, or just a nice finished storage area. So this room's got storage everywhere. There's that. We got this thing. So this is actually more of the closet, I would say, than that first one I showed you. So we have another closet here, and then, you know, kind of storage area here. So there's a few things we could do with this room to make it pretty cool up here. Including this room, so far, we've came across 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. So you got the 1 bedroom in the attic that we just showed you, 2 bedrooms on the main and the 1 bath. So I'm curious about what all is going on in the basement. Some lights on down here, which is kind of weird. It's actually a pretty nice space down here. I was thinking it was gonna be, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's dated from the 30s, but I thought it was gonna be a lot nastier down here. We got good tall ceilings, roughly 7 feet, which is great. A lot of these Portland basements are much shorter than that, where you kind of gotta crouch down. So we got a 7-foot ceiling in here. Looks like half of the basement is finished. So we got this half, which would be considered finished space. It's a cool little party room. You got your laundry over there with your mop sink and whatnot. And then this other half is still concrete floor, kind of mechanical room. We got all of our, you know, our water heater, our furnace that'll definitely need to be replaced. That thing is older than dirt, and kind of a little workshop area. And then back here, we have a nasty bathroom. So there's our second bath in the basement. Not ideal, obviously, but it's better than no second bath. But this will need to be a full gut job down here and turn it into something that is new and nice. Panel's been updated, electrical panel's been updated, so I love to see that. That saves us some money. Just kind of musty down here. Not a big fan of just old smelly basements. Once they're fully renovated and new and nice, I love them. But right now, kind of gross. Guys, I don't really know 100% what we are gonna do down here. We're definitely gonna wanna incorporate this space somehow in our renovation plan. Like I mentioned previously, that 3-bed, 2-bath, that was from county record. It is a 3-bed, 2-bath, all of which are on the first floor and the second floor. Basement, no bedrooms down here, just kind of secondary living area, or more of just like a bonus area, I should say. So again, I don't know what we're gonna do down here. We will want to utilize this square footage, make it nice, make it a cool hangout for the kids or something, because this is a great space. One thing we will want to do this basement is get rid of this goofy bookshelf here that blocks off this staircase. Additionally, I don't think we could salvage it anyway. We've got this like cauldron here that hasn't been on a coaster for the last 100 years. So that's gonna leave a ring, I think. So one cool thing I do want to mention, I don't know if we're gonna go this route or not, but in the city of Portland, there is what they call a housing crisis. So they actually allow you on a standard lot like this one is here, it's slightly larger, it's like 6,000 square feet. They brought in new regulation that basically overrode the zoning code. So even though this house is only zoned for one single family dwelling, they brought a new regulation that allowed you to essentially build up to 4 units on any lot in Portland, is from the way what I understand it. So one thing you could do is save the house, potentially knock down this garage. And this garage is also only able to be accessed externally. There's no actual like interior door to the house. You might be able to say, do something about that. But long story short, what I'm getting at is if we did knock down the garage, you would then have a flag lot that went back to the back portion of the property, where then you could have essentially build another unit or an ADU, or build an ADU and then condoize it, what some builders are doing around here, because it's gonna take away from the overall value of the house itself, but you're able to sell off another piece of land with like 1,000 square feet, maybe just like a 2-bed, 1-bath little condo unit back here with no parking or anything like that. It's all street parking only, but the city actually allows you to do that, which is crazy. So there's an opportunity for that on this lot as well. So we're gonna have to decide what we wanna do there. Cool guys, well that is a wrap on the tour of this place. We're gonna get started on construction here, I'm hoping in the next few weeks, but here are the numbers on this deal. So we bought this house for $385,000. I'm hoping we can put in around 100, which would bring our basis to 485,000. And what we can sell it for on the back end is, I don't want to say it's unknown, but it's a bit of a range depending on how nice we make the inside, what we end up doing to the basement. You could potentially add a 4th bedroom. There's a lot of different things that we could do to boost ARV, but I think our end sales price on this thing is going to be anywhere from $600,000 to $700,000. Again, fully dependent on how crazy we go in there and how amazing we make this home. I still got to figure out what strategy we're going to go with, right? So sticking to the $100,000 budget on the renovation, I think we'd be closer to a $600,000 exit. If we go balls to the wall and we spend $150 in there, maybe we can get closer to that $700,000 mark. So I got to go back to the drawing board, figure out exactly what strategy we're going to do, put some plans in place, get the crews mobilized, get them over here and start hammering away. So I take you out in the field every single week, show you the different projects we have going. This one is going to be a cool one for you to watch transform. So make sure you subscribe, hit me with a comment, hit me with a like, and we'll see you on the next one. All right, see ya.